A main entry as his 360 suffered terminal failure in hot laps yesterday. As we can see, we're paired together for some reason here. Working down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. You see your front row for tonight's feature event. The conductor, Bobby Butler. He's going to lead the train of the field to green here tonight. In that Premier Lathing number 5B, that Maxim chassis with Donat power. Brand new race car for him. He's debuted over the last couple weeks. He ran a wing race out at Lincoln and has been running with the series at our more recent shows. And Austin Gravy picked up one of those qualifier wins last night. Because of the points inversion, he's going to share the front row with Bobby Butler tonight. Gary Bazowski rolls down the front straightaway in that green and black number 97 car. Gary, a veteran of the 600 division here on the quarter mile. As you can see, the green flag displayed for hot lap session number 1 as of right now. Track's still pretty greasy, battling the sun and that wind with no humidity right now as we run hot laps here. Steven Dravicki, also on the speedway, was able to secure one of those last transfer spots in qualifier 2 last night, holding off Mike Thompson and Ed Aiken in a late run to the checkers. Chris Allen Jr., he always runs good in his home state of New Jersey. And that E.H. Allen Trucking, the Haven Group, Buffalino Fabrication, Maxim Chassis, Boardwick Powered, number 71. Also following Chris on the speedway in that bright orange and blue, number 64 in Northampton, that's Rich Carnathan. Rich actually has a Buick-powered 360 sprint car. It's one of the oddities of our series, but within the rules. Both of the Swansons are out there, Jonathan and David. David in the white and red, number 117. Jonathan in the red and blue, number 17J, working his way through corners number 3 and 4. Jonathan and David both in DRC chassis powered cars now. Were previously in J&Js, but got some true non-wing cars. That's something that we've seen evolve quite a bit over the last season as the true non-wing cars. Alex Bright and Joey Amantia with their brand new XXX specialty non-wing cars. Plenty of DRCs in the field as well between Kenny Miller, Bruce Buckwalter Jr., David Swanson. Getting through some scoring challenges up here in the tower as far as seeing who was actually quick time in that session as we're editing all of our lap times. Bobby Butler quickest in the first hot lap session at a 16.484. As Bobby's been fast all weekend long, finished in the top 5 at that non-winners race on Friday night. Is going to share the front row for tonight's feature event. Bobby's extremely excited to have a full bore effort. He's got 2 cars ready for next year. He's going to be doing some wing and non-wing racing with us. He already took that non-wing car that he has out to Lincoln Speedway to run a 358 race. Thank you, Bert. But we now have the lap times in front of us. Steven Dravicki, Austin Gravy, Chris Allen Jr., and David Swanson, your top 5 as of now.
No, it was interesting, though, Nick. Bobby Butler, the only one under 17 seconds. It was quite a bit of a difference there in the lap time.
Yeah, Bobby laid down a ripper there in hot laps. Of course, they pay no dollars. And as you may have seen, if you're a USAC devoted fan at Kokopah Speedway just the other night, hot laps don't pay anything. And Damian Gardner and Kyle Edwards were kind of reminded that over social media. Kyle Edwards reminded Damian of that.
And I know you're going to appreciate this, Nick. Yesterday, or maybe it was even Friday night, Joey Amantia, the Big Show, came over to Kyle Spence and said, hey, just so you know, I really want to win warm-ups tonight. And Joey, it's just something Joey would say.
Absolutely. If you don't know Joey Amantia, hopefully hopefully the big show who you see on the back straightaway beneath that Izzy Trucking and Rigging sign on that 88J car. Again, brand new Triple X with Newman Power underneath the hood for that team. Joey's a riot. We hope to get Joey into victory lane a little more with the series and throughout his racing career. He had a real great interview last year when he made the non-wing A-main out at the Tulsa Shootout. So we have a lot of characters within this series. They're young, like Joey Amanti, and you also have quite a few veterans. As you see underneath that Izzy Trucking and Rigging sign set to push off, he's top 5 in points, made a bunch of the races this year. Veteran Ed Aiken, if you've been around the modified and late model ranks at Grandview, along with URC and wing racing. You know Ed Aiken's name? Ed switching over to doing more of the non-wing stuff the last 2 years, and he's really come on over the last couple of seasons and throughout this year as well. Of course, if you stayed tuned to our social media outlets, you saw some of our dogs of USAC East Coast. Ed with his dog Haley in the pit area tonight. So moving on to hot lap session number 2, we see the 90 of Colin White. Colin, unfortunately, I was told Harry Hamilton going to call it a career after this weekend. Colin White going to be looking for a ride for sprint car races next year, a former Action Track USA champion in the 600 sprint ranks and a multi-time winner in 600 competition, Florida Speed Week champion this year in 2022. Down the back straightaway, you see Kyle Spence and Joey Amanti, as well as Christian Bruno. Christian A-OK after that exploded drive shaft last night, coming to the line in the feature event. Got that changed tonight in the pit area. The Bruno team ready to lock in tonight as he starts on the pole of the B-Main, the semi-feature event, if you will. Some other drivers you see on the speedway, the 96 of Lee Kaufman and the 45R of Brett Rose. They're both in the B-Main or the semi-feature event tonight. Brett Rose said last night he absolutely loves this track. Brett starting to spread his wings and fly a little bit as he's used to be a regular at the Trailway Speedway in the 358, as well as running at Williams Grove and Lincoln with a 358. He's taken the wings off for 3 straight events now, and he's really enjoying running with the series.
See Mike Thompson working his way through turns 3 and 4, the number 11 out of Newtown, Pennsylvania. And Mikey's had a busy weekend competing in everything except a 410 sprint car. He was in one of the Northeast wingless crate cars. He's here with USAC East Coast and also with URC.
Yeah, absolutely, Barry. We had, I believe it was just a few double-duty cars, Briggs Danner, Preston Latimus. They did double duty between the wing and non-wing. Mikey Thompson also doing that with the addition of the new sprint car. And then as far as the full-blown sprint car scene goes, as far as triple duty, Alex Bright running the non-wing 360, the wing 360, and the 410 this weekend. Alex, again, was supposed to be out in Devil's Bowl at the Texas, at Mesquite, Texas, for that event. Unfortunately, that was rained out. So that's going to do it for hot lap session number 2. Christian Bruno to the top at a 16.062. Ed Aiken, Joey Amantia, Bobby Butler, and Mikey Thompson rounding out the top 5.
Timed warm-ups coming up, or timed dashes, if you will, now for the Capital Renegade 410 sprint cars. Help determine their starting spots in the qualifying heats, and also will help determine who goes to the dash. So they're coming out according to their heat race lineups, or according to their heat race groups. And we're going to split up each heat race also into 2 groups, so there are not too many cars out there at the same time. Want to give everybody adequate spacing so they can cut some good laps. Heading down the front straightaway right now out of Marcellus, New York, the All-Star Performance Indy Kart Raceway, number 10, that's Paulie Colagiovanni. Just in front of him, out of Elverson, Pennsylvania, the Cozy Clothes, Moose Meadows, number 11A. He is this year's Williams Grove Speedway Rookie of the Year. That's Austin Bishop. Out of turn 4, now rolling down the front straightaway, the Boulevard Truck Repair, number 39, the driver from Apollo, Pennsylvania, that's Cy Lynch. Coming by you right now, in the Vinogro Hauling Traco Industrial Equipment, number 23, from Raymond, Washington, that's the Daredevil, Devin Borden. Heading into turn 3 at the moment out of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, in the Trone Outdoor, number 39T, Cameron Smith. Smith recently picking up the ride in this number 39T. Not with us yesterday, so Cameron Smith making his first laps of the weekend out here in the Trone Outdoor, number 39T. Again, these are timed warm-ups. In Group 1, the 23 of Devin Borden, quick at 12.815. A 12.815 for Devin Borden. Quick time so far. Paulie Colagiovanni, car number 10, second quickest in that group at a 13.053. Austin Bishop was third fastest there in Group 1, followed by the 39 of Cy Lynch, the 39T of Cameron Smith. So Group 2 now, again, these cars will also be competing in heat race number 1 today. This is the second half, if you will, of heat race number 1. They are looking to set quick time out of the drivers entered in the first heat race for the 410 sprint cars. Again, and these timed laps very important because heat race winner and quick timer from each heat race go to the dash. If the heat race winner is the quick timer, then we go to second fastest from these group time trials in order to see who moves on to the dash. Stewartstown, Pennsylvania's Mid-Atlantic Mobility, number 77K, that is Stephen Kaisemore. Stephen Kaisemore in turn number 1. Working out of turn 2 out of Jamison, Pennsylvania, the C.H. Cornell Hauling and Excavating, number 55. That is Dominic Malaire. The Concrete Kid heading down the front stretch and into turn 1. Anthony Macri in the number 39. And yellow, we got a spin here on the front straightaway. That's Kaisemore. Caught an infield tire and turned around. Again, that is Dominic Malaire, the C.H. Cornell Hauling and Excavating, number 55, out of Jamison, Pennsylvania. On the back straightaway right now, headed under that Izzy Trucking and Rigging, and now into turn 3. The Leffler Energy, number 51, the driver out of Salfordville, Pennsylvania, this year's Lincoln Speedway point champion, Freddie Raymer. The JNS Classics, Valley Supply, Macri Concrete, number 39, the driver out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. Here comes Anthony Macri down the front straightaway. Freddie Raymer going to the top of the speed chart. Nope, he was. Now it's Anthony Macri. Quick timer from all of these first heat race cars. A 12.459. 12.459. Quick lap for Macri. Freddie Raymer has already backed out. Checkered flag waving. Raymer second quickest from the drivers in heat race number 1. But quick time for heat race number 1 right there. The number 39, the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri. Macri, the winner here during the Invasion of the Posse event in early April. Freddie Raymer's quick lap, a 12.653. So he is second overall of the drivers in heat race number 1. Devin Borden ending up third quick. So Kaisermore will get 1 lap because of his spin. Excuse me, that would be the 55 of Malaire, who pulled off early. Dominic Malaire will get 1 lap. Malaire just has 1 lap coming. It will be by himself after this group. Now, this is the first group for heat race number 2 this afternoon. Hey, down the front straightaway by the flag stand, last night's 410 feature winner out of Azalea, California in the Indy Race Parts, number 71. That is Corey Eliason. By the flag stand right now out of Harding, Pennsylvania, the Valley Chevrolet Mechanical Service Company, number 79, Jordan Thomas. There's no panic. Davey Franick, the 28F, working through turns 1 and 2. This is Denny Peebles, the Tioga, number 3 out of New York. The Dave Franick Auto Sales Rapid Tire, number 28F, the winner of the non-winners race for the 410s on Friday night. No panic. Davey Franick working his way down to front chute, running against the clock right now. Corey Eliason, the quickest so far in this group, at a 12.562. A 12.562. Hey, the drivers that were out in group number in heat race number 1, guess what? Anthony Macri just established a brand new 410 sprint car track record here at Bridgeport at 12.459. That is the second time this weekend we've had the track record broken for the 410 sprint cars. Gio Scelzi held the track record for a little less than 48 hours as he went 12.519 on Friday night. But Macri, what, about 5/100ths better, less than a tenth of a second quicker, but a 12.459 new track record set here this afternoon, and we're not done. A lot of heavy hitters still to come. This is Dominic Miller. Dominic's got a lot of laps here this year, but it was in a Wing 305 sprint car as he competed with the Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series on multiple occasions here at Bridgeport. Had several good finishes, top 5s, top 10s. Miller goes 14.048. Again, he was part of the Heat 1 group, Group A, as we're calling it. So now we'll get back to the second half of heat race number 2. Those drivers who will be competing in heat number 2 this afternoon, heading into turn 1 out of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, in the family-owned car number 5. That's T. Ross, the boss, Tyler Ross. In the middle of 1 and 2 right now out of Collegeville, Pennsylvania, the Rodata Trucking and Excavating CRC Industries, number 20, the Phenom, Alex Bright. Going by the flag stand in the bagel rack, Earl Felon, number 7, out of Douglasville, PA, the Wheelmaster General, Timmy Buckwalder. The second Trone Outdoor, number 39, driven by Hanover, Pennsylvania's Troy Wagaman. Wagaman, a regular out at Williams Grove and Lincoln Speedways. Again, making his first laps of the weekend here at Bridgeport. Tyler Ross quickly going to number 2, P2 on the speed chart, a 13.093. Here he comes now, charging out of turn 4. Ross will remain second here in this group. Heat race number 2. Checkered flag waving on the final group of drivers who will be competing in Indy Race Parts Heat Race number 2 for the 410 Sprint Cars this afternoon. Corey Eliason, quickest of those drivers in heat number 2 at a 12.562. Tyler Ross, great lap, 12.975. Second quickest of that group of drivers, Davey Franick. Good run for Davey. Third quick. And that will do it for heat race number 2. On the track over there, headed into turn 3, waiting to be pushed off. Now we could say the former track record holder here at Bridgeport, but he's had a great weekend so far, driving the Logan Contractor Supply Aspen Air, number 18, out of Fresno, California. That's Hot Sauce Gio Selzy. Lined up 3 deep over there on the inside, waiting to go. The Capital Renegade, number 91, the driver out of Neptune City, New Jersey, Kyle Reinhardt. See the specialty rigging, number 10X, pushing off now. The driver is the kid from Kunkletown, out of Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, Ryan Smith. And the final driver to be pushed off in this group, he is this year's Williams Grove Speedway point champion in the Gary Kaufman-owned Weikert's Livestock, SweeneyCars.com, number 48, out of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, it's Double D, Danny Dietrich. Green flag waving on Ryan Smith there to begin this time session. Danny Dietrich clocking in at a 12.8. Now Kyle Reinhardt, now Gio Scelzi. They're taking turns going to the top of the leaderboard. Scelzi quickest so far at a 12.74. Now Kyle Reinhardt goes just a tick faster, 12.687. Checkered flag waving. It is Kyle Reinhardt setting the pace so far for the drivers who will be racing in heat number 3. Reinhardt's quick lap, a 12.687. Gio Scelzi, second quickest in that group at a 12.692. Can't get much closer than that in those lap times. About 5/1000ths of a second separating Kyle Reinhardt from Gio Scelzi. Danny Dietrich was third quickest at a 12.745. And Ryan Smith, fourth quick at a 13.031. Should be one more group now. This is the final half of heat race number 3 heading on to the racetrack. Sitting over there in turn 3, winner of the dash last night. Thought he had a really good shot at picking up that 25-lap feature win. He wound up second to Corey Eliason, but driving the Coastal Race Parts, Speed Toys Collectibles, Big Spring Car Wash number 13. That's the Bridgeport Motorsports entry. And the driver out of Monrovia, Indiana, Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the number 13. Way down to the inside in the Pilsner number 5, Hollinger's 5W out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Lucas Wolf waiting to be pushed off over there. Next to Lucas, from Pennington, New Jersey, in the Glen Harry Auctioneering and Transportation 0, Rick Lafferty. Ewing, New Jersey's John Brenfleck in the 10-point home improvement Harrison Generators number 4B. And sneaking underneath him and rolling down the front straightaway right now. Just 8 days ago, that number 69K sat in the victory lane at Williams Grove Speedway, winning his 5th National Open worth $75,000, driving the Glenville Station Pub and Grub Hess Ornamental Iron number 69K out of Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. That is Lance DeWeese. Lance DeWeese up to third quick out of the Heat 3 competitors. And that is the way it will end with Lance DeWeese, quickest of this group, but a third overall in Heat Race number 3. 12.736 for Lance DeWeese. 12.736, the quick lap. For DeWeese, Justin Peck was 5th overall out of the Heat 3 drivers at a 12.959. So overall, heat race number 3, quick time goes to the 91 of Kyle Reinhardt. The 18 of Gio Scelzi, second fastest. 69K, Lance DeWeese wound up third quickest, ahead of the 48, Danny Dietrich. The 13, Justin Peck. The 10X, Ryan Smith. The 5W, Lucas Wolf. The 0, Rick Lafferty. And the 4B, John Brenfleck. So the timed hot laps now complete for the Capital Renegade winged 410 sprint cars. Next up, final division to practice to hot lap here this afternoon. And it is the Capital Renegade Capital Renegade Rapid Tire United Racing Club winged 360 sprint cars. And it's our pleasure once again this afternoon. Last night it was Phillies gear. Today he is Brian Dawkins of the Eagles. Bert Wojcik here, the voice of URC.
Hiya, Barry. Good
afternoon.
Hey, today went a lot better than last night, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
And before, did it? I didn't even hear
35
a
to 10,
final.
Eagles beat them.
35-10. We said it last night. We called it.
We called it.
Big Eagles win.
Absolutely.
We were correct.
Absolutely. But hey, now it is time to go racing finally here. A beautiful day here at the Kingdom of Speed, the Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Great to be here with you for our second to last event. We're back here next week, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But we're ready to push off for our first session. We are just running the hot lap session, and then our 40-lap main event coming up here a little bit later on tonight to cap off SprintOberfest. And first car out on the speedway out of Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, specialty rigging, CSI Chop Design, number 10X of Reese Notarski in a 10X. Right beside him, he's a current URC points leader out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the Kirk Ritter owned Selinsgrove Ford, Wise Market, Horsecraft Millworks, Doak & Co. Racing, Maxim Chassis, number 35, Jason Schultz. The man that makes it an international event out of Beachville, Ontario, Canada. In Oswego Speedway, Glenn Sires Racing. Number 0, that is DJ Christie. DJ Christie in car number 0. Right behind DJ, out of Raymond, Washington, the Mountain Ridge Metals, DJ Vingro Holland, Matco Tools, Donut Racing Edges. Number 23, the Daredevil, Devin Borden. Devin Borden in the 23. He has 2 wins this year from down in state of Delaware, but he's from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. In the Dallas Shot owned KR Perry Trucking, Capital Senior Services, Harrow & Associates, Darren Shots Auto and Trailer Repair, Maxim Chassis. Number 55, the Cowboy, Dallas Shot. Dallas Shot in car number 55. Making his New Jersey debut this weekend out in New Oxford, Pennsylvania, the Schnellbecker Electric, East Berlin Beverage Distributor, MH Home Solutions, Griffiths Plumbing Services. Number 19D of Wyatt Hinkle. Wyatt Hinkle in the 19D. Picking up the win on Friday night in the non-winners race out of Goshen, New York, in the TAM Enterprises, G&T Auto, Pierce Eagle Equipment, Blood Racing Lubricants. Number 10 of Joe Cotta. Joe Cotta in the 10. Well, fastest car in that session just came off the field came off the track not too long ago in the 410. Devin Borden, 13.805, 13.805 for Borden. Second fastest, Jason Schultz at a 13.925. Third fastest out of Hilltown, Pennsylvania, RNS General Contractor, DMY Performance Racing Engines. Number 47, Adam Carberry at a 14.060. DJ Christie, fourth fastest at a 14.079. Dallas Shot, fifth fastest at a 14.091. Joe Cotta, sixth fastest at a 14.369. Reese Notarski, seventh fastest at a 14.386. Preston Ladham is out of Lewis, Delaware, in the Rad Race Gear number 23B. He's at a 14.002. And White Hinkle, ninth fastest at a 14.737. Second group coming out now for their second and final hot lap session. Field is already set for tonight's feature event. We can give you the top 5 in that right now, and after the redraw, it's Jordan Thomas is going to be on the pole with Anthony Macri second, Devin Borden starting third spot, Briggs Danner fourth, Josh Weller starting fifth, Troy Betts sixth, Tyler Ross seventh, Dallas Shaw eighth, Jason Schultz ninth, and Alex Bright will round out your top 10 in the starting lineup coming up tonight. All right, I'll get the hardest name I'll have to say all weekend out first here. I got Eddie and Erica Wagner from the Mass Series. Obviously, they deal with it, Buddy, a lot, so they were lecturing me earlier today on how to say the name. And Tori Pavel down the text shed gave me that, too. Out of Woodbine, New Jersey, in the All-State Auto Glass, F&W Graphics, Danny Pizza Pizzazz, Banff LED, number 35B of Buddy Schweibens. Buddy Schweibens in the 35B. I got thumbs up from Barry, so I must have did all right, folks. Your pole sitter for tonight's feature event, out of Harding, Pennsylvania, the Mechanical Services, A1 Engines, Probilla Industries, Valley Chevrolet, number 79, Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas in the 79. 410 regular, making a 360 start this weekend. Out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Van Vort Car and Truck Equipment Repairs, Mel's Wells. Number 34, that is Dylan Norris. Dylan Norris in the 34. Also out in the Speedway, out of Middleburg, Pennsylvania, in National Beef, Seals Grove Ford, Throttle Works, Ritz Trans, Weichel Landscaping, Eagle Chassis, Parker Racing Engines. Number 5K of Jake Karkland. Jake Karkland in the 5K. Out of Burlington, New Jersey, in the Fred's Trailer Parts Quality Auto Body. Number 89 of Robbie Stillwagon. Robbie Stillwagon in the 89. Down the back straightaway and in turn 3 out of South Egremont, Massachusetts. In the Rapid Tire Niger Service Center, Dabrowski Lawn Care and Garden Center. Number 32 of New England Nightmare, Kyle Smith. Kyle Smith in the 32. Right behind Kyle, he's down in Mertztown, Pennsylvania. Josh Weller, Home Victory Auto Glass, Dr. Diesel, McBrothers Overhead Doors, Gessie Chiropractic. Number 63 of Big Shoots, Josh Weller. Josh Weller in the 63. Out of Burlington, New Jersey, in the Fred Kennedy owned Quality Auto Body, Speed Equipment Corp, Fred's Trailer Parts. Number 11, the Prez, Ryan Stillwagon. Ryan Stillwagon in the 11. And last car out in the Speedway, out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, in the E. Schneider & Sons Recycling, Lelands.com, Wingstop, Transfleet Concrete. Number 5G of Briggsy Danner. Briggs Danner in the 5G. Well, we just called them.
No surprise. That's okay. No surprise, Bert. Go ahead.
Briggs Danner, 13.794. Maybe a little bit of a surprise because Briggs does not start that often in a wing car. Obviously, he is known for being the wingless guy around here, but when he's in a wing car, especially here at Bridgeport, look out. He looked very strong last night. Danner, fastest overall at 13.794. Jordan Thomas, third overall, second fastest at 13.836. Jake Karkland, third fastest, fifth overall at a 14.035. And that will conclude practice. Nope, we got one more session yet? Okay, never mind. I thought we were splitting doing 2 sessions there. Never mind, guys.
We are not running out of sprint cars.
No,
here
we're not.
weekend.
No, we do not run out of sprint cars here this weekend.
It is amazing to walk through the pit area. We thank all the race teams for coming out this weekend, supporting the very first SprintOberfest here at Bridgeport Motorsports Park, presented by Specialty Rigging. It is sprint cars among sprint cars back there, wing, non-wing. It's everything you could want.
It just gives a chance to thank the sponsors a little bit more, too.
That
Larry.
too. And that too.
I should have noticed this because our pole sitter hasn't been out for, or outside front row, I should say, has not been out for practice, and he's coming out now. Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, in the Concord American Flagpole, Racer Magazine, High Performance Lubricants, Macri Concrete. Number 20 of the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in car number 20. He has done almost everything this weekend except run in a 410 out of Washington Crossing, Pennsylvania, the Len Thompson owned Thompson Motor Services, 410 Enterprises, Millburg, IGA, Fire and Safety Services, Maxim Chassis. Number 11T, Dynamite, Mikey Thompson. Mikey Thompson in the 11T. Out of Middletown, Delaware, in the B&G Truck and Trailer Repairs, Diamond State Recycling, Phillips Garage. Number 22 of Troy Betts. Troy Betts in the 22. Out of Sassonville, Pennsylvania, Dave and Denise McGuff, York Excavating, Willie's Paving, Dury Diesels, K&K Yout Excavating, Triple X Chassis, A1 Racing Engines, number 669 of Brandon McGuff. Brandon McGuff in the 669. Out of Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, Lefevre Electric, number 75. That's T. Ross, Tyler Ross. Tyler Ross in car number 75. And final car out on the speedway. Out of Collegeville, Pennsylvania, the Redotta Trucking Excavating, Western Flyer Express, Hummel's Landscaping, Peppers Explosions. Number 20, that's the Phenom, Alex Bright. Alex Bright in car number 20.
And Bert, do want to remind everybody, we are selling 50-50 tickets. I see Maddie helping us out this weekend. Maddie going through the grandstands right now. Candace also selling 50-50s here. And it is go time for the final hot lap session.
Red flag coming out. Mikey Thompson going up and over in turn 3. And ladies and gentlemen, he's climbing out of the car. Mikey Thompson is all right. Well, Mikey Thompson, again, he's out of the car all right. And we kind of just thought or hit on it here, Barry. With him at the end of the season, it is not good. At least this time he's not being flown out like he was last year down at Georgetown last September. He had a hellacious wreck at Georgetown that caused him to be flown out, but made his turn earlier this year. So hopefully there's not too much damage to the car that maybe they can. Now, I did see a second wing car back there.
Okay.
So maybe they might be able to pick some pieces off that, or else maybe just get it ready to go. But there was a second wing car back there, I believe.
Yeah, we talked earlier when the USAC East Coast non-wing cars were out here that Mike Thompson has had a very busy weekend competing in 3 of the 4 divisions here at SprintOberfest, of course, with the United Racing Club. Just out there in his winged 360 sprint car with URC, also competing non-wing with USAC East Coast, and with the crate sprint division, the Northeast Wingless Series, who raced here on Friday and last night. And the report, we did see him climb out, as Bert mentioned, but now the report from the safety crew over there that Mike Thompson is, in fact, okay. He's got his wits about him, and, yeah, he wasn't just that initial shock reaction of quickly climbing out. Thompson talking over there, and he is okay.
So we'll see if Mikey can get back together in that car. Tough break for the 11T of Mikey Thompson, because he is scheduled to start 21st in the feature coming up here coming up tonight to wrap up SprintOberfest. So they do have some time to work on the car.
Finished runner-up last night in that Northeast Wingless Sprint Series main event, 20-lapper, won by Eric Jennings. Thompson did come home with a runner-up finish. And as you said, ready to go here in the United Racing Club 40-lap A main today.
So our top 10 in hot laps, Briggs Danner fastest overall at 13.794. Second fastest, Devin Borden at 13.805. Third fastest, Jordan Thompson at 13.8 13.836. Jason Schultz. Anthony Macri, fourth fastest at a 13.910. Then it's Jason Schultz at a 13.925. Alex Bright, sixth fastest at 14.034. Jay Carklin, seventh fastest at 14.035. Adam Carberry, eighth fastest at 14.060. DJ Christie, ninth fastest at 14.079. And Dallas Shaw rounds out the top 10 at a 14.091. That will conclude hot laps here, and we'll be back with opening ceremonies in a few minutes, I believe, Barry.
Certainly will. I believe they're going to do a little bit of track prep, probably scrape those crumbs a little bit or actually run them in a little bit near the top of the banking, probably put a little moisture down, a little water since it is a warm and sunny afternoon here, so the track is going to be pretty thirsty until the sun goes down. We'll get some water down, probably smooth things out just a little bit over there in turn 3 and in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Other than that, the track looks to be in really good race shape. We will fine-tune it now for a few minutes and then get underway with opening ceremonies.